Hi, Kermit the Alien here, and you're watching Resto Roomba. It was Christmas Eve and I was chatting with my family about my newfound hobby of saving cleaning robots. They said something like, "Oh, I know! Ours fell down." I was dumbfounded. Fell down what? Down the window. We have robot window cleaners. So, as you can probably guess, I asked them if they still had them and could I take a look. My family ended up bringing me this bag containing 2 of these and said, "If you manage to save just one, it will be great. You can keep the other one." As well as told me their story. Here it is. For context, my family lives in this giant house that has a very large window. Makes sense they bought robots since to clean this window, you would have to climb an absurdly long ladder. But at the same time, they have this passion of buying things off AliExpress, because why buy legit stuff when you can get 2 items in the price of 1, am I right? Sure, saving is great and all, you can still get some good stuff from sites like these, but as it turns out, they're not the best resource when it comes to window cleaning robots. The first robot was about to start its job, and it did well to a certain time, when it decided to fall down. So they got another one, but this time attached a special safety cord to it. Yeah, it also fell down and went bungee jumping. It swung on the cord and with full force slammed against the nearby wall. They found it hanging on the bungee, lifeless. With higher quality robots, these accidents probably wouldn't have happened. The low suction is, however, not the only problem I encountered with these. You will see later I was highly disappointed with the quality as well as the quality control. So here I am, I have these guys in my hands and a battle plan. How about I smash the dead robots to pieces, pick out all the working parts, and with some fixing magic, create an ultimate Franken-robot. Here, good as new! Yeah, no, maybe instead of attacking them with a hammer, I just take them apart instead. Here we have the famous bag, and this is what was inside of it. 2 boxes. Here you have a closer look. I noticed a brand name is nowhere to be found, neither is a model number or something. All it says is the color, 2.0 automatic smart cleaning robot. Let's see what's inside. First we have the blue model. It has its cleaning cloths already on it. Comes with a remote, adapter and the power supply. The robot itself with the cord attached, as well as instructions and some packaging. In the other box, it was only the robot with its power supply cable, adapter, and safety rope. While checking them out, I noticed the blue model rattles when moving it around. This one also seems more damaged than the white. It has a huge scratch on one side. This is here, I believe, due to the whole wall accident. The white one only has some small scratches and is a bit dirty. I remove all the cables and the ropes from the robots and sort them out, while also checking out if they look alright or if the adapters work. Let's plug them in and check out what's wrong with them. First, the white, as it seems more promising it will actually work. It still had the protective plastic layer, so I removed it. I plug in the power supply and power the robot on. And it works! At least the suction motor and the motherboard aren't dead, which is always my biggest worry. Here it goes, and we have our problem. One of the wheels is skipping and making a crunching noise. This means there's probably a problem with the gearbox. Now the blue one, and things weren't as great with this one. It turns on, however the suction motor doesn't work and the light blinks red. I guess indicating an error. I'll be using this one for spare parts then. I start the teardown on the blue one first, as I was really curious what was rattling on the inside. Start off by removing the cloths and then unscrewing the wheels with a Phillips head screwdriver. I will be using two of them in this video, a bigger and a smaller one. Then to get inside, the only thing you need to do is unscrew 6 screws located on the bottom of the robot, then gently lift the cover. Here's the big reveal! And that's it! Man, I thought the Bravo was simple. Turns out this will be a quick fix. Here's a closer look at the motherboard. It's one-sided, so you can see all of its components clearly in this shot. Notice that poorly soldered LED. Turns out the rattling came from this battery. Not surprised it came off. The only thing holding it in place was some double-sided tape covered in technical Vaseline grease. And more on that later. Moving on from this dud, I crack open the second robot, the one that I actually plan on fixing. I noticed something obscure with this one. The cover was held on using 4 different types of screws, different lengths, different heads, even slightly different colors. Weird. For the insides it looks about the same, only the battery is actually holding in place in this one. I wonder who had this great idea to hold it in place using tape. Seems really stupid to me, as this is a robot that constantly moves around. Of course it would fall out. To access the broken wheel, I first have to take everything out. I unplug the motherboard, then unscrew it. Now the vacuum motor. It's held in place by 4 screws. On the fan part I noticed some weird markings. Seemed to be dried super glue or something. This actually works, so I'm keeping it. Next, the plastic cover needs to come off. I came to realize all of the black parts are incredibly low quality. I felt like this was going to crack and fall apart in my hands. Notice one screw was missing. This was not my fault, as it was this way from the beginning. You can rewind the video back if you don't believe me. The cover was cracked in this place, so I guess the screw fell out. However, it was nowhere to be found, so I guess it's not the case. The quality control is incredible on this thing, isn't it? The cover is off, so let's investigate the problem child. As you can see, I marked the faulty wheel. I have one word. Greasy. The grease was basically pouring out everywhere. I've never seen so much grease on any device. Yeah, I was not happy at all at this sight. In all of this greasiness, I noticed the problem. As expected, it was the gearbox. The quote-unquote high-quality plastic cracked in several places. 3 out of the 4 gears were broken. I take the second robot apart to steal its gears. And surprise, these look normal. Also, an interesting thing I noticed is these had differently colored Vaseline. Time to replace the faulty gearbox while digging through tons of Vaseline. I replaced the cover with the one from the blue model, as it wasn't cracked. Now let's put the vacuum back in. Next is the motherboard and plugging in all the connectors. I make sure these are plugged in correctly and screw the cover back on. Screw in the wheels and cover them with the cleaning cloths. Okay, cheap robot, let's see if you work. The light turns on, that's good. Power on. Vacuum works. Let's see the wheels in action and... Yeah, it works! I was incredibly happy, as with something this quality you can easily break it by just taking it apart. The other bot I left in pieces. I don't wanna look at this crap anymore. Sure, I could 3D print new pieces, order new motors, but why even bother if it's going to fall off my window again? I'll be keeping it as scrap parts for my other projects. Or spare parts if this one breaks again. Now for the reason why you shouldn't order cheap brandless knockoff robots instead of the real deal. Although it might seem like you're saving money, you're actually not. Why buy 2 cheap robots that will break within a month of use? when you can buy one actually good robot that will last you a couple of years and is repairable. That brings up another problem. With all these brands producing low-quality items, and most importantly people buying them, you would not believe how much electrical waste is created. Since these don't have a service center, neither spare parts that you can order, when your robot or other item dies, the only thing that you can do is throw this one out and buy a new one. These actions have a terrible impact on our environment. Our planet already has its problems, so why are we still helping them grow more and more? Okay, enough rambling. Hope you enjoyed this video and the small life lesson. This robot will be going back to its owner and I hope it doesn't break as fast this time. If you want to watch some more robo content, please subscribe. Also, now I have an Instagram account, so make sure to follow me at RestoRoomba. Kermit the Alien signing out. Peace.